Hi, let's have a look at a new sheet reprinted from Lifelike Decals, their 148th, 244th Sentai, Part 3. Okay, so I've already taken everything out the bag. The bag is a good size. It's not one of those where you have to struggle to get things in and out. There's lots of space in there. So we've got the 3 decal sheets of various sizes and the instructions. Just to recap, this kit is it's a reprint of set 48-005, one of their earlier sets, which is hard to find now. It's nicely timed for the Tamiya kit, 148th kit that of the KI61 that came out recently. And this is obviously 244th Sentai Part 3. As you can see here, there's 8 subjects in here. Various colour schemes, different shades of green, bare metal. So there's plenty to choose from here. The decal sheets are numbered here correctly. There's a nice one there with looks like it's actually an American carrier with an aircraft diving down towards it. This is designed for the Hasegawa Hien as well, and also the Tamiya one. It'll work on both. One thing I like about Lifelike is they also put on their email address, website and fax number. It's worth checking out their website when you get one of their decal sets. If there's been updates to it or more information on a particular decal sheet, it'll be on their website. And if you know more information about an object, a subject, drop them a line. They'd like to hear. So that's it for that one. Then we got the second sheet. What this one covers is basically some 7 pieces of information, background information on the colours and markings of the 244th Sentai. Specific bits and pieces of information. There's FS references in here, dates that colours changed to things, when emblems changed. Basically a good primer on the specifics of colours and markings of the 244th Sentai. And at the bottom we have where the stencils go, and also undercarriage, door markings and propeller markings for each of the 8 options, as well as some specific details about each one and how to put things together. So there's lots of information there. But there's also more we have here. Basically, this is a double-sided sheet with a good paragraph on each aircraft with specific details about each one. Like the first one, if you noticed, it was marked up as Captain Kobayashi's, but there was a question mark there. Basically, the aircraft is painted up as if it was his aircraft, but there's no record or evidence of him actually flying that particular aircraft. Where that aircraft was photographed, there's no record that he was ever at that airbase. So it's things like that, all this background information that lets you know that they've really done their research. They give you also some ideas. There's some of the aircraft have like faded stripes on them. Like originally the aircraft had a white stripe, and then when it was overpainted, you can still see the white stripe faintly through it. So there's ideas on how to replicate that. There's all sorts of, basically lots of background information, what happened to the pilots, what happened to the aircraft, and all that sort of thing on here. And also they told you which of the, actually on this sheet, the 13 references that were used. And at the bottom, this note is also on parts 1 and 2 of these decal sheets, the 244th Sentai, about some spurious clover leaf that were photographed on an aircraft at the end of the war, or shortly after the war, and they're basically saying they're pretty certain they were painted on by American personnel after the war, not actually by the Japanese ground crew. So all in all, they're really good. I've scanned these documents and I've put them on the website, so you can actually go and read them there. Now onto the decal sheet, which is basically why we're here. As you can see, there's a set there. I'll just put it at the top of the screen for the leading edge ID markings. There's one set of those. And then I'll put this one up at the top as well. Hinamaru, various sizes, and some stencils. There's enough stencils here to do one aircraft. If you choose carefully, there's enough Hinamaru to do 2 of the subjects and use the stencils out of either the Tamiya or the Hasegawa kit that you're going to use. Obviously, if you use the Hinamaru out of those 2 kits, you can probably make all of these as well. There's some variation in Hinamaru sizes on these aircraft. So this is the main sheet, which what I'll do is I'll put this on the screen and slowly move it top to bottom. As you can see, everything is in register. Lifelike decals are very good, there's no problems. Some of these you've got double layers to make things stand out nicely. The backing is minimal. The only place I can see backing is where we've got numbers or text that needs to line up, and it would be impossible to get it to all line up. So in all, it's a very good decal sheet from Lifelike Decals. They produce some very nice decals, well researched. In fact, even their instructions are a pretty interesting read, which cannot be said about all decal sheets. So check out the website. There's scans of everything there and some background information. Don't forget to subscribe to the video channel, and many thanks to Lifelike Decals for sending them along for us all to have a look at.